Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. A Yucca Valley woman was killed by a vehicle while walking in a road in Desert Hot Springs on Monday at around 5 a.m. Desert Hot Springs police officers say they responded to a report of a vehicle hitting a pedestrian on Palm Drive south of Varner Road. Officers say they arrived to find a female pedestrian in the roadway and that despite life-saving measures, she was pronounced dead at the scene. The Riverside County Coroner's Office identified the woman as Elizabeth Wright, a 45-year-old resident of Yucca Valley. The DHS Police Department said that the driver of the vehicle remained at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. No criminal charges have yet been filed. Outages returned to the Morongo Basin yesterday. Z107.7 received reports of outages in Morongo Valley, Flamingo Heights, and Wonder Valley, as well as areas like downtown Joshua Tree and Yucca Mesa. The county sheriff's Morongo Basin station issued an alert that some traffic lights in our community were completely down. The outages occurred in the morning at the same time. Rain and even snow fell for the first time for the season in our area, leaving roads slick and, in some cases, like Pioneertown Road, covered in ice. Several collisions yesterday morning blocked major roadways, including a big rig blocking both lanes of Old Woman Springs Road in Johnson Valley, and two separate collisions causing major slowdowns heading down the Morongo grade. Z107.7 reached out to Southern California Edison regarding yesterday's major outage, the third day of major outages so far this January. A representative said that, quote, there was an outage on the Monument 12 kV line out of the Joshua Tree 33 kV substation, affecting approximately 2,000 customers. We are investigating why this primary wire came down. Tonight, the 29 Palms City Council will gather for presentations, updates, a new truck for animal control, and to discuss a possible resource center for the community. Reporter Heather Clisby has more.
The 29 Palms City Council will begin tonight's meeting with a presentation by the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office on Proposition 36, which amends the state constitution to increase penalties and allow felony charges for certain crimes. On behalf of the Joshua Tree National Park Council for the Arts, Vicki Waite will present a report from the Joshua Tree National Park Art Expo. Council will then hear an update from Molding Hearts on their homeless outreach efforts. Council will consider a funding request for the purchase of a new truck for animal control for nearly $131,000. These vehicles require special features to accommodate animals: hydraulic lifts, air-conditioned compartments, interior lighting, secondary safety doors, and the current vehicle in use, a 2012 Ford F-350 with 100,000 miles, is showing its age. Council previously approved $105,000 for the purchase, but the department is asking for additional funds. Does the community need a resource center? Council will discuss this concept to address the needs of youth, low-income residents, and displaced workers. Proposed services include workforce development, health-related issues, and social services. Council may hire a firm to conduct a community survey on the matter. The meeting takes place on Tuesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road. It can be live-streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission will review an exterior color change for a renovated hotel at tonight's meeting. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on the agenda.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission meeting will begin with the review of an exterior color change application for a hotel, Spark by Hilton. Formerly the Sure Stay by Best Western, the renovated hotel plans to open in March. While the main colors of the proposed design are gray, the plan also includes a vibrant geometric design on the west end of the building facing the parking lot. Town staff recommends that the Planning Commission denies the application, as the commercial design guidelines discourage bright or fluorescent color palettes. The Planning Commission will then set the annual cap for the town's short-term vacation rentals. In 2022, Yucca Valley adopted an ordinance that mandates that the town's number of temporary short-term vacation rental permits does not exceed 10% of its inventory of detached single-family dwelling units. The town's maximum number of permits for 2025 will be set at 788. Lastly, the Planning Commission will receive the Land Development Update, which details private development and capital project activity within the town. Tonight's meeting is open to the public and begins at 6 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
Humans have used technology throughout history to try and predict the weather, but there is one desert native that naturally notifies us humans of impending precipitation. Joining us with the story is online news editor Robert Hayden.
Rain has finally fallen on the high desert. Beginning on Monday morning at around 3 a.m. in Joshua Tree, a light soaking rain fell on the valley floor, while up in the hills and mountains, snow-blanketed Pioneer Town, Landers, and Flamingo Heights, as well as higher elevations in 29 Palms, Joshua Tree, and Yucca Valley. The thing about rain in the desert is you could probably smell it coming. The Southwest signature creosote bush, scientifically known as Larrea tridentata, is responsible for that sweet smell of the desert rain. It's produced when the waxy leaves of the creosote react with moisture, releasing a smell that's so addicting it's hard not to open your windows, even if temperatures are only hovering around the high 30s yesterday. Creosote is a hardy desert native and an evergreen, although going most of 2024 without measurable rainfall will have an impact on any plant's color. In the springtime, creosote can exhibit a dark green color, with new growth showing a lighter, brighter green, bejeweled by small yellow flowers with a white fairy tale-like puff as a seed pod. In periods of drought, creosote uses its waxy leaves to its advantage to hold on to as much moisture as possible. Creosote is also known as the governess for its ability to control the water around it, spreading its roots and mycorrhizal networks deep into the desert soil to soak up as much water as it can as soon as it falls, making creosote the ubiquitous and numerous survivor you see by the thousands in the Mojave. When rain is in the forecast, it's usually preceded with the air becoming more humid, which is a signal to some plants to begin to open up to the possibility that yes, rain is coming. Wind will then pick up that smell, thought to be produced by a fungus inside the plant, and carry it throughout the desert, signaling that residents have a few minutes to put away anything they don't want to get wet. And yesterday's rain began before sunrise and sustained throughout a mostly overcast day, with the snow melting away in the early afternoon in the lower elevations, but still making an appearance in the San Bernardino Mountains to our west. While the rain on the ground is good for everybody, snow in the mountains is what we really need. According to the California Department of Water Resources, statewide snowpack is sitting at 65% of the yearly average, with Southern California's figure coming in at less than 45%. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
And finally, 11 high school juniors are competing to be part of the Miss Yucca Valley Court as part of the Miss Yucca Valley Scholarship Pageant. The event has been announced for February 8th, and it is the final stage of a 5-month program that focuses on developing essential life skills such as poise, self-worth, and public speaking. Each contestant is required to interview a prominent woman in the community that offers valuable insights and guidance, participate in community events like the Orchid Festival, Chamber Mixer, and Holiday Light Parade, which allows the contestants to contribute to their community. At the pageant, judges will consider the contestants' communication skills, academic accomplishments, poise, and service projects to select the court. The newly crowned queen will receive a $2,000 scholarship, with first, second, and third place princesses also receiving scholarships. Admission is $25 per person with $10 students, and it's free to sophomore girls with a school ID. The pageant will be held on February 8th at 6 p.m. at Joshua Springs Cavalry Chapel. The 2024 court members were Queen Rachel Gibbs, First Princess Mackenzie Johnson, Second Princess J.C. Bradshaw, and Third Princess Stephanie Moya. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.